And that's it for today. Everyone packed their belongings, now getting ready to exit the meeting room. The meeting was held to inform that some of the staff would have to accompany the CEO to France for the VIP business meeting. June Company has received a collaboration and invited to France to discuss about future further information. Did you already book the flights? Jungkook asked, eyes glued on the clipped paper in his hand. The new intern wasn't doing too well writing down the reports of incoming materials. They weren't organized properly. He already made a decision to fire him today. As he was thoroughly reading it, his secretary, Seon Young, couldn't miss to see his jaw clenched and unclenched. Yes, sir, Seon Young answered. I have already informed the crew to meet up at the airport exactly 5:30 in the morning. Jungkook hummed in response. How many tickets are there? Pardon? Instantly, Jungkook shot her a glare. He hated repeating his words. The secretary shuddered after reply. 10. Jungkook dropped the paper he was holding with a smack on his table. Didn't I say to get 11? He raised his brows, although his voice was sound calm. Yuru still managed to hear the venom lacing in his words. With his shaky hands, he scrolled through her phone to count the number of people that were supposed to accompany him, including herself. She counted, and it was just 10 people. But, sir, he cuts her off. Book another flight. Make sure it sits beside mine. With that, he aggressively grabs the previous paper off his desk and exits the office. A knock on your cubicle shot me out of my concentrated state. You lift your head to find your boss smiling down on you, arms leaning on the top edge. Yes, your eyes are brow. Those who were leaving for France were allowed to go home early today. You wonder why still he is here. Instead of answering your question, he walked up to you and what does he next? Send you in panic mode. He shut your laptop off. Thankfully, you saved the file you were working on. What do you think you are doing? He takes your backpack and begins to dumping your stuff in it. Your phone, charger, laptop, lip tint, and earphones. Let's go. He grabs your arm and starts dragging you out from your working area to the elevator. You yank your arm back as the metal door closed. We need to get your stuff back at your place, he says casually, taking a glance at his watch. For what? He turns and gives you a smile. You are coming to France with me. But I'm not the part of the crew. Your eyes stay wide as you watch your boss pull out your dark blue suitcase you had just above your closet, dropping it on your bed before ramping through your clothes and packing them inside your suitcase. He repeat he appears rather amusing doing what he is doing. And I still have a ton of work that need to be done here. You that plan. Pulling him away from your closet, but to no avail. He was stronger than you. Jungkook easily pushed you this side with one arm, then goes back hunting for your clothes. So much for the privacy. I will get someone to do it for you, he replies, pulling out the red hoodie he had gifted you few months ago for some reason. Was it because his dog peeped at you, or was it because one of his clumsy side took over, making him spill his hot coffee drink all over you? You huffed, finding the chance as he walked over to your suitcase that was left open on your bed. You quickly shut your closet door and locked it, safely keeping the key on the back pocket of your pants. I also need the check on the materials that is arriving tomorrow. So I can't go. You add, leaning on your closet. June snickered before turning to you with crossed arms, gives you a pretty good stare, as if trying to get you to agree just through his gaze. It wasn't working. He released his hand freely to the side. He approaches you and holds you by your shoulder, eyes softening at your gaze. Like I said, I will get the others to do it for you. You purse your upper lip, debating his offer. No, you hate plans. You grin at him and shoved his hands away. I will pass. You walk around him to your suitcase, ready to unpack your clothes. Jungkook walks over you and shut your suitcase. If it weren't for your fast reflex, your fingers would have been crushed into a thin line. That's how hard he shut it. Hey, he rolled his eyes. I'm not asking you to accompany me as a friend, Miss Park. Wow, he sounded unnecessarily serious. This kind of tone he used whenever there is a meeting or whenever it was something work related. You are coming with us to France, and this is me speaking you as your boss. You stared at his serious gaze for the brief moment, wondering why he wanted you to go. You were hired to be in charge of material that were arrived for the company, meaning your job consisting of staying nowhere far from building. While this is the business meeting that takes place outside the country, far away from the building, he is being unreasonable. You slightly feeling uncomfortable with this proximity and the position you two were in. You can practically feel his hot breaths fanning your neck. He is basically tapping you. Fine. He smirks, giving you a quick peek on the nose before finishing, fisting the key to your closet out of your pocket. I'm packing my own stuff, though. Out! He chuckles, tossing the key, and walk out the door. I will be in the kitchen if you need anything. After you finish packing your stuff, you made your way downstairs to living room. A familiar giggle was heard behind the wall that separated you the living room. You smile to yourself, recognizing this oh so familiar voice. She is back. Rushing your speed, you step inside the living room, finding your sister sitting on his fiance's lap, telling him all about her trip to Hawaii. Park Leong isn't it really your biological sister? She is, in fact, your stepsister. Your mother remarried her dad when you both were on the age of 6, exactly 1 year after you befriend Jungkook. Unlike those stories of evil stepsister and stuff, you and Leong became best friends almost immediately. You all had lots of things in common, even loving the same person. Your sister is well-known model, so it was only seldom to have her home. Annie, you missed her once she saw you. She jumped out of Jungkook's lap, now rushing her way towards you, engulfing you into a tight hug. I, Leong-san, you don't know how much I miss you. She pats your back before letting go and cupping your cheeks, making you pout. Tell me, did you get yourself a boyfriend already? You chuckled, removing her hands away. She do always ask that question whenever you guys talk. either be in person, call, or text. The thing you love about her was that she was bubbly personality, you were the opposite. Good looks the reason why she easily got her modeling career. You always been jealous of her but would always push the feeling away. Maybe that was what attracts Jungkook to her. Back in the high school when Jungkook asked her to be his girlfriend, seeing them together, everyone would say that that was the relation goals. You had a hard time accepting the fact he loved someone else, but then realized it was selfish for you to just want him for yourself. It took time. After a month, you managed to let him go. You even wondered if you had really like him back then. Then 3 years ago was the time Jungkook had asked you to accompany him to the jewel shop. He was ready to move on the next step, that was to propose to your sister. Instead of feeling a pang of pain in your heart, you felt completely opposite. You were happy that your sister found someone who will love him forever, and that made you realize that you never had a feeling for Jungkook. Of course he doesn't. Jungkook scoffed from behind, making you give him a confused expression. Lee Young pouts from the reply, slightly disappointed but soon grins. Ah, don't worry. I have a friend that's single, and let me tell you this. She squeals her high-pitched tone. He's super cute. He hurriedly fished his phone out. When are you free? I'll set you two on the date. He scrolls through her contacts, waiting for your answer. You didn't think it was bad idea. And she did say he was cute, so why not? Oppa, her phone got snatched away by Jungkook, who later on grabbed her hand, leading her outside the house. I'm hungry. Let's get out to eat. Your sister eventually had to leave again later at the night. She happened to receive an email from her manager informing that she has an invitation to a model runaway in Los Angeles. After the after the two had disappeared from your sight, Jungkook claiming that he was hungry, you thought it was good to catch up with your K-dramas while the two lovebirds were on their date. Just as you were about to do that, Jiyoon returned saying he forgot something, and that something just happened to be you. After escorting your sister to the airport, you got inside Jungkook's car, your body exhausted from whole day. It was already midnight and you have to wake up 4 hours from now thanks to you know who. June got on his seat, start driving. You cross your arms, leaning comfortably on the leather seat behind, your eyes shut. 6 3:57 a.m. You only had an hour of sleep. Wanna know why? Well. While back at exactly 1:20 a.m., Jungkook dropped you off to your house. After muttering goodbye to him, you watched him walk back to his car before shutting the door, waking, walking to your room. It was around 2:26 a.m. when you heard your doorbell ringing repeatedly, soon followed by annoying ringing of your phone. You lazily made your way downstairs, feeling gummy that someone dared to wake you up. You didn't even glance through the peephole. You opened the door only to find your boss standing there in his suit with his suitcase behind him. What are you doing here? You yawned, your mind still processing who was standing in front of you. Reality hit you hard on the face. You widened your eyes, whipping them on the wall clock.
2:30 a.m. You whipped them back to your person in front of you. What the hell you are doing here? He used the excuse of you sleep too much. I'm here to make sure you wake up in the time. Sleep escaped you after what he said. To be honest, they escaped when you realized your boss was in front of your house. Early in the morning, it was already 4 a.m. and you were preparing yourself. Jiyun was leaning on the doorframe like a model watching you combing your hair in the high ponytail. You scrunchy in between your teeth through the mirror. You could see him staring intensely at you.